besides being the most important and powerful people in the world. The heads of state enjoy a lot of luxury and refinement in their personal lives. But have you ever stopped to think about the residence they live in? In this video, you will find out everything about the luxurious mansions of the heads of state. Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. All right, let's get started. Barack Obama. After leaving the White House, Obama and his family moved into a very comfortable mansion in Washington, D.C., being the second most expensive house in the neighborhood, losing the first place to Jeff Bezos' property. The historic 1920s residence has a period exterior design with brick cladding, while the interior is more modern, updated, and refined. The property boasts 8,200 square feet of living space, with an impressive total of 9 bathrooms, including a toilet, and 9 bedrooms to accommodate the Obama couple and their 2 daughters, as well as having several extra rooms for potential guests. As soon as you enter the main living room, there is a cozy fireplace where the Obamas can warm themselves on colder days or receive their friends for a good chat. The dining room is very sophisticated, with a wooden ceiling and white walls. Outside, the property has a large backyard with armchairs for the family to enjoy their time outdoors. And after renting in this property, Barack Obama decided to buy the house in 2017 for $8.1 million. Donald Trump. In his famous New York skyscraper, Trump Tower, Donald Trump has reserved the top 3 floors to become his home. From the entrance door alone, you can imagine the luxury that the ex-president's property is made of gold with inlaid diamond stones. The entire penthouse is adorned with large chandeliers and luxurious furniture, while 24K gold trimmings cover the space from the ceilings and moldings to trays and glasses. Inspired by the Palace of Versailles, the furniture and decor are classic in style, featuring marble paneling. The spacious living room, for example, has works of art on the walls, an imposing white piano and sumptuous chandeliers, as well as a sculpted and very well-lit fountain in the center of the room. European sculptures and ornaments are present in the residence, as well as candelabras with candles. This is where Donald Trump usually gathers his 5 children and his wife on special occasions, and where he receives some guests for important meetings. A private lift connects the flat to the former president's office on another floor of the building. But if the businessman or his wife wants to work directly from home, there is an office with a great view of the city in the triplex itself. In fact, the entire residence has large glass windows that offer a great view from any room. Located on a busy avenue in New York, Trump Tower has also housed the residences of several celebrities, such as footballer Cristiano Ronaldo and former singer Michael Jackson. In the case of the football athlete's flat, the decor featured a strong presence of wood and vintage furniture, and he purchased this property for $18.5 million. But as Trump's triplex is bigger and more luxurious, counting with decor worthy of a palace, the value is also higher. Some sources claim that Trump and his beautiful wife's home in central New York is worth $100 million. Joe Biden. Being the current president of the United States of America, everyone knows that Joe Biden and the First Lady live in the legendary White House, being able to enjoy all the luxury that a head of state is entitled to. But not many people know which properties he owns. His main residence is in Wilmington, Delaware, a 6,850 square foot house that he built in the late 90s, which is speculated that he even considered selling it in 2010 to pay for his son's cancer treatment, but at the time President Obama offered to lend him the money. Currently, it is estimated that the property of Biden is valued at around $2 million. To enjoy the holidays with his wife, Biden decided to buy 2017 a comfortable beach house in Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. The interior of the property has about 4,800 square feet and is divided into 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, some of which even have whirlpool bathrooms. According to the photos posted on real estate websites, you can see that the house is very cozy, having the floor all wood-based and also large window openings in the rooms, which provide excellent natural lighting. Including one of the great differentials of the property is the lovely sea view. The beach house of the Biden family is also equipped with 3 indoor fireplaces, a spacious kitchen integrated to the living room, besides also having a beautiful veranda with several sofas and armchairs. Outside, there is an excellent space with a fireplace and barbecue. And although there is nothing so luxurious in the comfortable 3-story house, Joe Biden had to invest a lot of money to acquire it. It is estimated that he paid around $2.7 million at the time, but some websites currently estimate that the property is worth around $3.6 million. Prince of Saudi Arabia. One of the most expensive palaces in the world, the Chateau Louis XIV was secretly acquired by Saudi Arabia's most powerful man, Tycoon bin Salman. Located in Louveciennes, France, on a 69-acre site, or 23 hectares in total area, the chateau was built in 2008 and has a classic 17th-century design incorporated with high technology. Outside, inspired by the Palace of Versailles, the gardens maintain the luxury of the interior, with flower beds and embroidered hedges, a tree labyrinth, with many works of art and fountains covered in gold, all following the natural contours of the property where the castle is located. Already throughout the interior of the palace, there are marble coverings, decorative paintings, gold details from floor to ceiling, and work on the iron railings, all done by hand by dozens of craftsmen to achieve a unique and quite valuable aesthetic. Although the Chateau Louis XIV is a palace, it is also a house that offers its residents the utmost in contemporary comfort. The lighting of the rooms outside and inside, the opening and closing of the shutters, reversible air conditioning and music playback are all controlled by automation and can be operated by an iPhone. The place even has an impressive underground aquarium with a sofa and fireplace to accommodate the residents. Kim Kardashian has even been here. To enjoy the most expensive wines in the world, the Prince of Arabia also has a beautiful wine cellar. For a relaxing swim, the mansion has a huge indoor heated swimming pool with a waterfall from the ceiling and several whirlpools. Speaking of baths, the castle has 4 luxurious bathrooms covered in marble of different shades. There is a whirlpool bath for all tastes. There are still living rooms with fireplaces, a beautiful library, a giant intimate kitchen with a very unique design mixing industrial and vintage style, another support kitchen that is even more luxurious, with countertops and coatings in black and silver, a cinema room with reclining armchairs and red wallpaper, and even a nightclub for the prince to have fun. All the extravagant decor is reminiscent of the luxuries experienced by the one the property pays homage to, King Louis XIV, also known as the Sun King. Just by observing the gold present in every corner, you can already imagine how expensive the palace is. In 2015, the castle was bought anonymously by some rich man from Saudi Arabia. But it didn't take long for the media to find out that the real buyer is Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who paid a bagatelle $301 million, a world record at the time, for a residential property. Queen Elizabeth. During Queen Elizabeth's reign, he could enjoy several properties spread across the extensive national territory. The Queen's official residence and main workplace was Buckingham Palace, one of the greatest British symbols and a major tourist attraction in the capital, London. The palace covers 19 acres, has an impressive 775 rooms, and the decor is very similar to Windsor Castle. This incredible castle is also often a point for significant national celebrations and commemorations, where Elizabeth used to receive important figures. And the estimated value of the Queen's former home is a staggering $5 billion. King Charles III. Before the death of Queen Elizabeth, the official residence of King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla was Clarence House, located in London, very close to Buckingham Palace. Built in the 1820s, the house has 5 bedrooms, a sitting room with a central fireplace, a morning room filled with personal photographs, artwork and antiques, and additional main rooms that were used for receptions and other official entertainment over the years. The venue has undergone renovations to suit King Charles's taste and accommodate his personal art collection. The furniture is noble and made of solid wood, as well as having classical tapestries and lighting fixtures of extreme refinement. The color red is reminiscent of nobility and is present in various details of the decoration, such as curtains, sofas, and wallpapers. Although the exact price of Clarence House is unknown, the renovations alone cost £4.5 million. Kim Jong-un. Of course, North Korea's supreme leader wouldn't skimp on his residence in the slightest, which is why he has dozens of mansions and palaces scattered around the country. In 2018, for example, during a visit by a Russian minister to North Korea, images of one of Kim Jong-un's houses were published in Russian state media. The mansion seems to be very spacious and bright, possessing a very luxurious decoration, as an example of the super sophisticated carpets. Outside, there is a beautiful, well-kept garden with water fountains that help to create a stunning look. One of his favorite places is his private island located in the Wonsan complex on the coast of North Korea. According to the satellite images from Google Earth, it is possible to see that this refuge of Kim can offer a lot of comfort and leisure for him, being equipped with sports courts, water parks, riding track to ride his horses, and of course an entire private beach at his disposal. And former basketball player Dennis Rodman, who is a friend of Kim Jong-un and visited the island, described the place as a kind of Hawaii or Ibiza, but the only difference is that Kim Jong-un is the only one living there. But without a doubt, the most famous property of the leader of North Korea is the famous Kumsusan Sun Palace. Built in 1976 by the founding fathers of Korea, this building was the official residence of the country's head of state, but currently serves as a funeral for former leaders. This huge construction is almost 3 acres in total and is considered the largest mausoleum dedicated to a communist leader. And to get an idea of all its luxury and refinement, according to some sources, it is estimated that only in its renovation may have spent around $900 million. And all this is just a part of his residence, as it is estimated that he has at his disposal more than 17 luxury palaces around North Korea. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin, being one of the most powerful men in the world, could not fail to live in a secret and luxurious palace located in the western area of Russian territory. It is the largest private construction in the country, located on the shores of the Black Sea, west of the Russian territory. To give you an idea of the grandeur of Putin's castle, the grounds are the size of 39 Monacos, an independent city-state, i.e. about 30 square miles. The address has all the attractions you can imagine, such as an impressive 5-story underground ice hockey rink, a sport the president is passionate about, a 27,000 square foot outdoor greenhouse with various species monitored by gardeners, walls of vegetation filled with sculptures, an emblematic church amidst the gardens, a 260-foot swing bridge, 2 spaces for helicopters on a large helipad, a large communications tower, a 27,000 square foot guest house, a classical architecture amphitheater under construction where musical concerts or perhaps a gladiatorial battle may take place, several parking spaces and residential buildings where possibly employees live, another dormitory that seems to serve the most privileged positions. To access the beach, there is an underground tunnel with an exit to the sand and a secret room with a window overlooking the sea. The central palace alone, where the rooms are located, is around 190,000 square feet. One of the officials who worked on the site, shocked and furious at the luxury of the property, shared important documents about the interior of the castle. With this information, it was possible to make 3D designs that show what the interior of the mansion looks like quite truthfully. The design is classic Italian, with the main room filled with expensive furniture, plenty of decorative items, and even gold-plated walls. A real luxury. There is also an enormous marble-covered lobby in the palace, where there is a bar to receive guests of the high nobility. Next to this is the majestic theater or concert hall with velvet curtains and a 2-story auditorium full of sofas and luxurious accommodations. Other rooms in the castle that do not go unnoticed are an intimate room with shisha and a stage for pole dancing, a huge casino room full of gaming tables, an arcade with an electronic dance mat, a meeting space with scale models and a rack of collectible cars, an 82-foot-long swimming pool, a well-equipped gym, plus many other luxuriously appointed areas. To ensure the protection of this palace, the 7,000 acres of land adjacent to the palace belongs to Russia's Federal Security Service and, interestingly, this entire area was leased until the year 2068. Access to the tycoon's house by land is therefore practically impossible. To fly over or navigate over this territory, it is necessary to have an authorization from the National Security Agency. And with this information, you can already understand that Putin thought of exactly everything to have a fortress of his own, which would guarantee his own security until the end of his life. Of course, the president of Russia denied that this property is his, but his opponent made sure to point out several surprising details about Vladimir's secret and luxurious mansion. And the price to own one of the largest and most sumptuous palaces ever seen on planet Earth, worthy of a king, is estimated at $1.3 billion. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel Dios to satisfy your curiosity.